For years, a quiet voice inside me whispered, "You're not enough." Each echo carved deeper into my heart. Every failure fed that voice. Every silence screamed louder until I couldn't tell which one was mine. I smiled through life, pretending to be strong, while a quiet shadow followed me everywhere. No success, no applause could fill that empty space inside. It stayed, quiet, cold, and always waiting. The voice said, "You must be more to be loved." And I believed it, chasing approval I could never hold. From childhood, I learned love was earned, not given. I worked for affection as if it were something I had to deserve. When I was praised, I felt seen. When I failed, I disappeared. Love became a mirror that showed me only when I succeeded. I became addicted to approval. Every smile, every nod, a small breath of air keeping me alive. I wore masks so well that even I forgot my real face. Each role I played kept me safe and farther from myself. And yet, every night, silence whispered again, "You don't belong." The same voice, quiet but cutting, returned. I carried that belief like a secret weight, invisible but heavy. It shaped the way I walked, talked, even breathed, until one day, someone said something simple, and everything stopped. Just a few words, but they reached where nothing else ever had. "You're like someone shouting at the mirror, asking the reflection to change." That line hit me like lightning. I froze. The truth echoed. The mirror was never the problem. It was me, the one who couldn't see what was already there. For the first time, I looked not at my reflection, but at myself. And for once, I didn't look away. I asked, if no one approved of me, could I still be enough? It was a quiet question, but it shook my whole world. The question lingered, silent, alive. It waited without judgment for me to finally listen. I realized I had never truly asked myself anything real. I'd lived for others so long, I forgot how to listen within. That night, I wrote, "If someone must make me feel enough, it must be me." Enough isn't a gift, it's a decision I can make now. And I don't need permission to make it. The next day, I stood taller. Not perfect, just present. And for the first time, that was enough. It wasn't confidence I found. It was peace. The quiet kind that comes when you finally stop running. Being enough wasn't something I achieved. It was something I remembered. It had always been waiting, patiently, inside me. That realization became my turning point. The quiet moment I finally began to return home. I stood before the mirror and softly said the words, "You are enough." They felt fragile at first, yet deeply, quietly true. At first, I laughed. My mind whispered, "Really?" But beneath that laughter, something shifted. A frozen part of me began to melt. Every morning I repeated the words. Some days they felt hollow, some days real. But I kept going until the silence inside began to whisper back. When I failed, I no longer attacked myself. I listened to my hurt, my doubt, my heart, and whispered softly, "It's okay." The words, "You're still worthy," began to take root inside me. They weren't just sounds anymore, they became the voice I could trust. I stopped chasing approval. Instead of running, I sat still, breathing slowly, realizing that peace was never outside of me. Love from others is a blessing, but trust in myself is the foundation. Without it, even love begins to fade. The real voice within me doesn't shout. It whispers, calm and kind, like the rhythm of my breath when I'm finally at peace. The more honest I became, the lighter I felt, as if every truth I faced lifted a hidden weight from my chest. I needed less to prove anything. A quiet confidence grew within me, one that didn't need applause or permission to exist. Inside, I built a home I had lost, not made of walls, but of presence. For the first time, I felt safe in my own being. When I make mistakes now, I pause, breathe, and ask, what lesson might be hiding here, waiting for me to see it? If someone doesn't love me, I smile gently and say, that's okay. I still love myself. Being enough isn't a destination. It's a journey. One step, one breath, one gentle awakening at a time. It's a decision I make each day, even when I forget, even when it hurts. And that somehow keeps me moving forward. Sometimes the old voice returns, the one that says, you're not enough. But I know it now. It no longer rules me. When that voice speaks, I breathe and answer calmly. Thank you for caring, but I'm safe now. I smile and say, I am, and that's enough. The words no longer feel strange. They finally feel like home. I don't need to prove anything anymore. My being, my quiet presence, that's proof enough. Now I live, forgive, and accept. Not because life is perfect, but because I'm learning to love what is. When someone feels this too, I tell them, you are enough. You always were. Because sometimes we just need to hear it out loud. You were enough from the beginning. It's not just a phrase, it's a truth we all forgot, waiting to be remembered.
You just need to uncover your own voice, the one that's been waiting beneath all the noise. Freedom, I've learned, isn't about escape. It's about returning to yourself, gently and completely. My silence is no longer empty. It's filled with peace, a music only the heart can hear. Every breath reminds me, I am enough. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now. Each dawn feels like a new beginning. I rise again, softer, but stronger than before. I am here. I am whole. I am home. And in that truth, I finally rest. And that is enough. Just enough. You've listened to my story, but maybe it's yours too. We all carry that same quiet voice, waiting to be heard. If you ever doubt yourself, pause for a moment. Look in the mirror. Meet the one who's been with you all along. You don't have to become more. You only need to remember who you already are. Be gentle with yourself. Growth is not a race. It's a rhythm your heart already knows. Somewhere inside you, there's a calm light, patient, unshaken. When you trust it, everything starts to soften. You were never behind, never broken. You were always becoming exactly as you should. And if someone forgets their worth, remind them. Tell them what you've learned. You are enough. When the world gets loud again, breathe and whisper to yourself, I am enough. When the world gets loud again, breathe and whisper to yourself, I am enough.
If this story touched your heart, subscribe and ring the bell, because every act of kindness deserves to be heard.